interesting political twists to all of this. Simon Bridges will chair a bipartisan select committee that will scrutinise the government's response. So how's that going to work? He's with us. Morning to you.
Morning, Mike.
Can it be bipartisan?
Yeah, it can. I mean, the opposition has the majority, and I think that's right, because what that means is New Zealanders will know we'll ask the questions that they want answers to. And the way I would sort of put it, Mike, is we will provide constructive scrutiny. And I said to the Prime Minister, the point about that is that will, in fact, I believe, improve the government's and New Zealand's response to this virus.
The fact you're leading it, is that a gesture on their part?
Look, I think ultimately, frankly, it's a negotiation at a committee parliament called the Business Committee. My first best preference was to keep a greatly reduced parliament running with a question time. The government wasn't keen on that, and so what we have is this committee that I will chair. And remember, this is in place of parliament, so it is a place where we can ask questions, and I fully intend to use it to get in, whether it's the banks, the Reserve Bank Governor, the Finance Minister, the Health Minister, the Director General of Health, to, as I say, answer the questions that need answering.
Does anything get sort of covered in that way? I mean, does anyone care about a committee asking a few questions in this, most difficult of times?
Well, I think they will, for the reason that you say it is the most difficult of times. And, just listening to that piece from the Mayor of New York, was it, about the 400 ventilators, these are the sort of things we can get to the bottom of. And I will expect answers. And if the Director General of Health can't give them to us in the first week, we'll have them back the next week to give us those answers. Because I sit there and I say, health, it's great we're at level 4. I say economically, it's great we now know the government's prepared to throw what's required at it. But there will be practical implementation questions I think this committee can meaningfully help New Zealanders with.
Any of it retrospective? You look at the way we handle things at the airport, self-isolation, things like that. Are those questions going to be asked?
Look, I won't say they won't come up, but I don't want that to be the focus. I don't think now is the time for that. I think we're all in this together, and, to use the old cliche, but I think it's a true one in this situation. We are where we are. So it will resolutely, in my mind at least, be about us seeking through scrutiny to improve New Zealand's response to this over the next month or so.
Is there a new era of cross-party cooperation in this, or is that going too far?
No, I don't think it's going too far. Look, I think we do need to unite against this virus, both in terms of health and wealth. I mean, this is going to define the next generation, it seems to me, in terms of what we're spending and how we deal with it. So, we can't, I think, underestimate or overestimate, actually, the importance of all of that. None of that means we'll always agree, though. I've said to you, I don't want to look backwards for the moment. What I do want to do, though, is make sure when it comes to things like the job support package, actually it's hitting the mark. I'm getting feedback in some areas it may not be. That $585 for some businesses may be too low to keep people in work. Those are the sort of things we'll be focusing on.
Good luck with it. Appreciate it very much. Simon Bridges, National Party leader, with us this morning, 19 away from